feel like there are some people that just, they feel like they're entitled to your salary, and it pisses me off. I'm sorry to use foreign language, but that is so annoying, because why is it that all of a sudden I should give you my money that I've worked for years, but you're out there like complaining? All you do is complain. All you do is just complain. You just say yapping. You're like, oh, life is not good. You go out, you drink, you spend your money on alcohol, you spend your money on drugs. You're not trying to elevate your life. But then when you don't have any single cent in your bank account, you have the opportunity to message Alison and say, Alison, do you have money for me? No, I don't owe you sugar.
So that uncle policy who's interested. Yo man, come on, you have to stop. You have to stop, man.
No,
She's
it's
pissed.
so annoying. It's so frustrating. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be talking about dealing with entitlements. We have a special guest today, and this is someone that I actually went to school with back then, back when we arrived in Germany. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Chris so far, and I've been here coming to 5 years. Yeah, I'm from Uganda.
Yeah,
that's clear.
And sorry, my colleague.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
I'm just here chilling in the background. Yeah, no. I'm just chilling. No worries.
Oh my gosh,
you totally forgot about
it's
me.
Nothing personal.
I thought I was special to you.
I know,
and now you don't even remember me anymore.
You know what the thing is? I was so excited to have Chris here, and I was just like, let's just get straight to the. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine, gorgeous. No, sorry, so it's okay. So Chris, welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
But so I'm interested though, because what's intriguing, you said you're from Uganda. Well, I think, before we started, we had, a very light conversation. Did you say you were born in Austria? You were there until 7 before you went to Uganda. So, so you often just say you're Uganda, or you tell people you're Austria, or depends on the setting?
Well, I usually make it exactly. I make it easier for people. I usually say I'm Ugandan, okay. And then when they ask me where you're from, I'm like, where I'm born or I was raised. They're like, okay, where were you born? I'm like, I was born in Austria. Okay, where were you raised? In Uganda.
Okay,
exactly. So that they get the balance.
Yeah, I get. Okay.
How have you been feeling though in Germany? What have you settled? Are you feeling okay? Are you mentally there?
Yeah, I'm basically settling in. It's just that Germany is like Berlin, to be specific. Yeah, it has this. It's quite related. It's a bit related to Vienna, though it's still different.
Yeah.
I still feel something different about it,
Yeah.
Like when I paid the visit to Vienna back in 2019, I felt like, yes, I'm back home.
Awesome.
Yeah. But in Berlin, I feel like something's really missing. I'm like, what is it exactly that's missing out,
I also feel the same way. I don't know. How do you feel?
You feel the same way?
Yeah, something's missing, but we just don't know. We can't pinpoint.
Yeah.
I'll be the little mission is my German.
You're German. Well, very.
The mission is my German. Yeah, exactly. I'm still working on that basically.
Nice.
So I'll get there soon, and then there will be nothing missing.
It doesn't take long. You'll be fine, I think.
Yeah. No. Again, I think I've always been able to adapt into situation and places and location. So because at the end of the day, you live in there, so you adapt to what you like. You find your niche, and also at the same time or try to find your niche, you also exploring other options and everything out there as well. So it's what I find incredible about Berlin as well. And given where I'm from, we're also very multifaceted. So what I mean is, we're exposed to like a lot of different, situations, and then you just easily adapt to different situations and different settings. Yeah. So,
nice. Yeah. So guys, we're going to go straight to the topic. I actually think this is going to be quite interesting. Chris, you're very opinionated. Okay. So it's good that you're actually on this episode. It's quite opinionated, and I think his mindset is perfectly suited with this topic, dealing with entitlements. Yeah. So first of all, what is entitlement to you?
I would describe it as what other people owe me or I owe someone else. Like if I'm like, let me say, I would say I'm entitled to the basic needs like shelter, food and clothing, but as well, someone could feel entitled towards different things, Yeah. Like I'm entitled towards love, like let me say love or friendship, or if I treat you well, that I feel entitled that you should treat me well as well, you know, this thing, exactly.
Okay. Cool.
It's good feedback, exactly. Like, I feel like entitlement that I should get good feedback from you because I've treated you well as well, you know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Interesting, but you know, I think I would want to get on that basically. So you said entitlement to you depends on tick title. So what is means is, you know, when I do something for you, you owe me one, and then you have to repay me back. So do you do stuff for people, or are you entitled to do something nice for people if they do something nice to you or for you, or if you do something nice to them as well? So basically, you know, if I do for you, am I expecting you to do for me as well? Is that what entitlement means to you? Or what do you mean specifically?
No, entitlement is a general word, right? But the thing is the subject and the object, you know? So it differs. I can feel entitled to myself. And towards me, like, I'm entitled to feel this way about myself, you know? But not about what you do towards me.
Okay, got it.
And that was before I used to feel entitled that when I treat Lorenzo well, he should treat me well as well. But right now I feel like, no, I'm actually not entitled to. He didn't owe me anything, you know? That's up to him. So it's right now about, I'm entitled to myself, you know? I'm entitled to Chris. How do you treat other people? And how do you feel about yourself?
You
get it,
I think a lot of people tend to use that word wrongly. I don't think they know when they're using it, like entitlement. For example, let's say we have family back home, right?
Yeah.
We have our salaries, we work, we earn quite good money, and then they are.
I don't know about you though. I don't think I am quite good as you. So,
no, come on.
Okay.
I'm just saying generally, like, we're in Europe, we earn good money. Like, we earn a certain salary that's better than what they receive in Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Uganda.
I'm basically,
you know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
So I'm just saying, like, I feel like people use it because entitlement, when it comes to like my salary, the one that I've worked for, some people do complain about how they have their siblings that are entitled to their salary. Am I making sense? They feel like, oh no, you should send me money because I used to take care of you when you were younger, or like, you know, parents feel like, okay, no, you know, you should send me money because I raised you. And I feel like that's where people tend to use it incorrectly as the word entitlement. Am I making sense?
Yes, you're making absolutely perfect sense. But you know, there's one question I want to ask you, Chris, right? So does the level of familiarity affect the level of entitlement you can take, or what you consider, I mean, I don't know if entitlement has variation. So does the level of familiarity affect how you see the level of entitlement? So let's say if your mom is asking you for something, right? So let's say, she say, I need 200 euros, right? And she's like, hey, come on, you're my son, give me 200 euros, right? Right? Like, of course, she's not obviously being aggressive about, teaching, like just family issues, right? 200 euros. And then your friend of yours is saying, come on, man, give me 200 euros. Come on, you can give me 200 euros. Why aren't you giving me 200 euros? So does that affect, how you see both situations? Yeah, because one is your mom, of taking care of you and everything. So, so for you, she might be entitled to that 200 euros every time, but your friend is entitled to that. So does that impact on the level of entitlement at any point in time?
Yes, I would say yes, because with entitlement, I ask myself, who are you? Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
And so if I ask my mom, who do you think you are? She's my mom. She brought me onto this earth. So if it wasn't for her bringing me onto this earth and her guiding me through this education system or whatever,
you wouldn't have met your friends.
I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I wouldn't be affording what I'm affording right now. So I feel like, yes, she has the right to feel entitled to but thank God she doesn't. She always tells me, Chris, your life is your life. My life is my life. If you want to help me out, feel free to help me out, but otherwise you don't really need to,
Okay. Bring it to the second part of the question. How about when it has to do with someone you're a girl you're asking out or you're dating? So then what's the level of entitlement in that perspective then, comparison with, what you see as entitlement or taking advantage of entitlement from a from a family member and someone you're dating or trying to ask out. Because sometimes there's so much conversation of people being like, okay, why is this guy, feeling so entitled because I'm interested in her, or because I'm trying to ask her out or because we're dating. So now then my question is always, what's the level of comfortability with what they're entitled to? So does that impact how does that also impact as well if, it's a family member, your mom, for instance, because I think that's the highest level I can go from my perspective, and to these other person as well that you're dating or in a relationship with as well?
Well, when it comes to relationship, I let me say, if it's I towards the girl, I wouldn't feel entitled because I feel she doesn't owe me anything. That's all. Even if she's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then when coming from her side, I'll have to look at where's she coming from. Like, why does she feel that she's entitled to whatever I got?
Yeah.
And so it will feel a bit awkward that she feels entitled to my thing because I don't feel entitled to her. I don't feel like.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
If I expected something from her, then of course expect something from me.
Yeah.
But if I don't expect, then why would you?
Why not? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit of I feel like something's a bit straightforward, but it's also a bit of a tricky topic because I don't know, like, who do you owe things to? Why should you owe people things? Why do I owe you an explanation of why I should be sending you money, or why should I owe you an explanation of why I'm going out, or unless you've agreed on the way you guys communicate or whatever the case is. But I feel like it's just a lot of people tend to, like I said before, get things wrong, feeling entitled to my salary, feeling entitled to how I live my life. Why? Who are you? Type of thing. And going back to that topic where I was saying, like, do we feel like we owe our parents things? Do we owe our parents?
Oh, for me, I don't know about anyone, but I do.
Yeah.
So is why. So that was why I was asking him the same question. So totally for me, I feel whatever my mom is gonna ask me, she's absolutely within her right. I don't see it as any sort of entitlement, to be honest. So that was why I was trying to distinguish between what people or what's your threshold for what you say. Okay, now you're feeling entitled, right? Because if you're feeling entitled, you're saying, okay, you definitely have to do this for me, right? And then me in time said, I don't have to do it for you though because I owe you nothing. So that's where the entitlement comes in.
I don't owe you
exactly. So for me, honestly, I already feel there's no limit when it comes to my mom, my parents and my siblings as well, right? So where entitlement start coming in for me is when people outside of that circle I just mentioned. So might it be, far distance cousin, far distance relative, friends, old pals, or people you often just say, hey, hi too, and feeling entitled. So that's where entitlement comes in for me, and also someone you're just meeting for the first time. Like, so let's say again, we go into the aspect of of dating and seeing someone as well, going to that region as well. So that's where I start saying entitlement in my face. But when it comes to all this stuff, basically within my family cycle, it's I don't see it as entitlement. I just see it as what it is. Yeah.
Chris, if someone does you a favor, like from the past, do you feel like you owe them
quid pro quo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when they do something good for me in the past, I would feel like they owe I owe them. I owe them, right?
Yeah.
But then it's the thing is, if I do something good for them, I don't want to expect anything from them because I'm not doing, it's not a business transaction.
Yeah.
So I help you out of my good heart,
Yeah.
But if I'm doing it and expecting you to do something good for me, that means I did it out of selfish reasons, out of business transaction.
It's like you're keeping it on register.
Exactly.
You're like, I wanted this for you. I gave money.
You guys don't believe in quid pro quo?
What's that?
I do for you, you owe me one, and then I'm gonna call on my one that you owe me some other point.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like I don't like that. I don't like being that person that says, okay, you know what, just because I once helped you when you didn't have accommodation, that means you should help me. I feel like something should just be done out of the goodness of your heart.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's
I don't know.
Yeah, super decent. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, right? So there are a lot of stuff I do from the bottom of my heart. I'd like to think I'm a nice person, right? I don't know. Yeah, but there are also stuff where it's some stuff I just basically transactional, basically. So if I know, I got no sort of relationship with you. You're not in a disadvantaged position where it's something I'm doing, as a basis for, for charity or for kindness. I'm definitely going to bring in, quid pro quo, right? Yeah. So that's just on that level. Also as well, yeah, sometimes quid pro quo is something you also do professionally as well, because sometimes professional scene can be brutal as well. So so that aspect also comes in. So that's why for me, I'm not always inclusive with the mindset that I'm just everything I do is gonna be from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, definitely some stuff are gonna be inconvenient. Then it comes like that. But I would like to know though. So you mentioned some even if you raised me as a kid doesn't mean I owe you jack shit.
No.
So tell us some of your experiences.
No.
So yeah, we want to know from both of you. So I'm gonna come back to you, but I think Alicia has a very unique story that she needs to share. Yeah, come on, Alicia.
No, I just feel like it's always been a debate. Like for me, I don't mind helping out my parents. I don't mean your parents in this case. Like, like distant auntie be like, hey, come on. I just feel like a lot of
grew up together. Want to give me what I want.
Yeah, like I feel like there are some people that just, they feel like they're entitled to your salary, and it pisses me off. I'm sorry to use foreign language, but that is so annoying, because why is it that all of a sudden I should give you my money that I've worked for years, but you're out there like complaining. All you do is complain. All you do is just complain. You just say yapping. You're like, oh, life is not good. You go out, you drink, you spend your money on alcohol, you spend your money on drugs. You're not trying to elevate your life. But then when you don't have any single cent in your bank account, you have the opportunity to message Alison and say, Alison, do you have money for me? No, I don't owe you sugar.
So that uncle of Alice who's interested. Yo man, come on, you have to stop. You have to stop, man.
No,
She's pissed.
So annoying. It's so frustrating. Especially people don't know what we've been through. Like you also in nursing, right? And I feel like it's just so difficult because people don't know the stuff that we've been through, because it's like being a slave. It's like being a modern day slave.
Yeah. So I'm going to connect this to one specific topic we had last season. But just first before I go, so being someone from Uganda, you spend like most of your life there. So can you tell me what experiences you've had that you had to basically be in this same situation, like Alicia and that uncle of ours, someone just randomly tells you, hey man, come on.
What I usually find interesting is like, when you would go to an event, right? Then with this aunt or someone, uncle or whatever that you've never seen before, and they're like, yo, can you remember me? I used to carry you as you're a baby, I used to carry you as a baby. And then, so just because of they carried me as a baby, they feel now, since I carried you as a baby, please support my business, I need some money from you, I know you're working right now, so I need some money from you, because I did the favor of carrying you as a baby. I did it for you, I fed you, I cleaned your diapers or whatever. So there's that aspect as well. Or they say, I'm related to you, I'm your uncle, or I'm someone's cousin, related, So it means we belong to each other, we're family. So it means I deserve something from you, You gotta invite me to your place, you gotta give me something, it's just...
Yeah, but sometimes it's not your fault that you can't choose your relatives. That's the thing. And of course you'd love to support, but then the thing is this whole system of like, I did this for you, it's like, it's like, it's not fair.
Alice is killing me. Honestly, I totally understand that. I also have a story as well. So, but the thing is, last season, what we discussed was black tax.
Oh yeah.
So what we call it black tax, but it can also be subjected to people from like India as well, expats from India as well, or from some of these Asian countries, and in Africa is there's an expectation of your relative back home for you to send them money all the time, right? They'd be like, okay, you're working in Europe, you should be sending money, down to us every single fucking time. Yeah. So would you say you've also experienced that, that aspect of black tax in this scenario?
In a really very rare manner, whereby thank God, like, because I was raised up by my mom, and my mom already had this European context mindset in her. So she's like, if you're not invited here, no. If I don't know you, if I don't work for you, if you're not my father, I don't owe you anything, So growing up with this mindset as well, people didn't really grow up much around me, the relatives, So they got no say, they got no catch. Actually, they beg me like, Chris, if you can, please help me out. But that's once in a while, actually afraid of asking. Yeah. But
they're afraid of asking.
They are afraid of asking because they know they have almost no relation to me.
Yeah.
They don't really know me.
Yeah. So now they don't feel entitled.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Guys, there's also a topic that we were actually talking about with Bookie. We were just talking about, there was a random episode that we had, and we were just talking about how, since I'm the only female, I'm going to bring this up, about how black men feel entitled to speaking to us, especially on the street. Like, I should speak to them. That topic of entitlement should be brought up. Because I feel like last time I was telling these guys, I was just like, you know what? I was in the underground station, and there's an African brother that came and he spoke to me, right? He was reeking of alcohol. He was stinking. And of course I don't want to speak to him, right? Like, why should I? But then he felt like he was entitled to speak to me. How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel as an African brother going to approach an African sister? Do you feel like you're entitled to have their number, or you're entitled to speak to them, or
No, but when you say entitled to speak to them, that's that was what got me a bit confused though, about anyone can speak to anyone.
Anyone, but
it doesn't have anything to do with entitlement.
But then why do you brothers get upset when you're not entitled?
So if we see you somewhere on the street and hey, Alison, you look good, just wanted to say hi, would you mind if we go get a coffee or drink sometimes, hey, just to hang out.
No, but it doesn't have to
I'm
be.
saying I'm not entitled to that. Yeah, sorry.
I think the issue is it's about the response that he had when she said no, thank you. It's okay. He approached her, all right. Then
I said like, no.
Then she's like, what did he say again?
He was aggressive. He was like, you only wanna be licking white person.
No.
Beep. I will not say the word. But I feel like that's got nothing to do with race. It's like, how are you presenting yourself towards me? Like, you're coming, you're thinking like alcohol. And then if I don't want to speak to you, I don't want to speak to you. My response is why are you feeling entitled that I should speak to you?
The thing is, why did you even bring up the aspect of saying white? You like white people? It has nothing to do with the conversation. You get it, yeah?
I feel for him because honestly, he's, obviously liking ladies in his life, and he was just, trying to.
So that's my fault.
It was just trying to say hi to someone who was looking good, basically. And he was drunk as well. So
we should not excuse that behavior. Well. Sorry, Chris, what did you want to say?
I was talking to a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, a friend recently, today. She's Ugandan. She's actually in Uganda. She told me her experience here is that she felt about this black man experience, like black men feeling entitled. And I asked her, like, what are your experiences? She's like, when she goes somewhere and her ass has been actually beat out by a black man. And yet she notices this happening to white girls with black men. Like, you don't see black men tapping a white girl's, but they feel free to do it because they feel like a black girl won't do anything to them.
Let's
be obviously reasonable and serious, right? For once,
for what?
So it's wrong to insist and be aggressive when people say no, right? Especially when you have to be aggressive after that, right? So it's wrong. Even if it's subtle, if they say no, you should be able to move on. So the worst point you can go to is being aggressive. Or start harassing people, basically. So that's absolutely wrong. So at any point in time, if anyone's ever done that, for me, it's always, hey, be apologetic. It's a no-go. Own your responsibility and never do it again. Easy peasy, right? So, because the thing is, one thing I've noticed is if at some point, if you're patient enough and, change your manner of approach, I mean, it's going to get there. You don't have to be, aggressive about it. And if you have a girlfriend or you have someone, just be serious with the person and, and leave everyone has to go about their business. Yeah. But I know it's difficult when people see someone as pretty as Alison to just,
Chris, tell me about like the weirdest, like if you've had like any weird, thank you. If you've had any weird entitlements, like if you had any weird experiences, like having to deal with entitlement. Have you?
Have I?
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, I could say, it wasn't really weird, but let me say in college, that was back in 2017. It made me realize, like, so it was on a Facebook thing, you know?
Yeah.
So this girl sent me a friend request on Facebook. She was pretty, of course. And I'm like, I know her from my college, right? Then I respond to her friend request. So I'm like, hi, you know?
Yeah.
Back in the days, I'm like, hi, what's up, you know? Then she sees my message. Then I'm like, hello, can she see my message, you know? She's still, you know, does that pop up? But, you know, pop up on Facebook, yeah? Then I wrote her a whole paragraph telling her how she thinks she's special. Why does she think she's special just because she's beautiful? She needs to give people a chance, you know? So I'm bringing up all these things, you know, the whole paragraph, yet she said nothing to me. But just because she ignored me, I felt like I feel like I'm entitled to her response, you know? If you don't respond to me, then who do you think you are, you know?
Okay.
And when I look back at this thing, I'm like, why did I feel like she owes me a response to this chat here, you know?
Yeah.
But that's basically it I could think about when it comes to entitlement.
Have you had any weird experiences?
Weird experiences?
Yeah. Or do you feel like you're entitled to anything?
So if there's one thing I know for sure as a person is I know I'm entitled to jack shit, right? So I know, I mean, of course, when we are teenagers, we've always felt like we were entitled to what our parents need to give us, right? So apart from that, so being an adult, one thing I know for sure is no one owe me anything. If I ask you a favor, I don't get it, we're still cool. There's nothing is going to change, right? Even if I've done something for you previously, right? So because I've always been very individualistic. So I've always preferred to just do stuff myself rather than asking people. So if I ask you, I already know I'm being a bother. So if I'm asking you, you say no, I'm like, yeah, I'm also just relieved that, it's it and that was it and nothing else. So I never feel entitled to anything. So I feel, honestly, it's make me feel much more gratitude when you do something for me. And when I get something from you, so I feel more gratitude because I know I'm not entitled to it, and you just doing it is from the so that's why most of my closest friends today were just some little stuff they did for me here and there. I was like, oh, cool, absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, if you can do that, then maybe we can go to hell and be back basically, and we're good, right? So I never feel entitled to anything because I'm too individualistic on how I approach life. I mean, not in a terrible way, but basically trying to work for everything and solve every situation myself rather than ask for help. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course, I've dealt with some weird entitled people. To me, approach.
Of course, I think those kind of people are everywhere, right? I don't know how you feel. I feel like you see, if we didn't have these kind of people, life would be so boring.
And if you're a Nigerian or if you're a Nigerian per se, right? There's this thing people say: the moment you post a video, a picture of you having a good time,
it's over for you.
It's over. Someone is eating you up.
Someone is like, can I have $1?
Right? Right. So there's that. There is that saying. So of course, if they are your close pal, it's just banter and joke. But I think about experiences where I post something on IG and it's someone we weren't even friends back then. We're just like we know each other from like uni and.
That's why you end up just blocking them or no. You just end up blocking them from seeing your stories and you just like
But I think something like my dad really taught me, like back then I used to get pissed off at people. Like let me see if I exchange contacts with Alison, right? And then I'm always done texting her. But she never texts me, or there's like a certain period, like 2 months, and I'm like, Alison's not checking up on me, And then my dad will ask me, Chris, who do you think you are? Why do they have to check up on you? Why don't you check up on them instead? If you feel like you really miss them, right? Check up on them, right?
Facts.
And then he asked, another thing he told me is, I'm like, Dad, I'm texting this person and they're not responding. He's like, what do they owe you? Did you buy their phone? No. Do you pay for the internet? No. do you buy them food, such that they think and type it down? I'm like, no. Then you don't owe them anything. Like,
That's
no,
crazy.
that's on them. If they respond to you, that is be grateful that they respond to you.
Yeah.
But you don't owe them. If it's you bought the phone and you bought the internet, then you have the right to say,
Lord.
why did you respond to me? But other than that, forget about it.
Yeah.
But where do you guys draw the line in terms of entitlement, and how do you know, if you've got into the line of where this person is being entitled rather than just, than anything else, basically?
I mean, for me, I would say when it comes to family, my dad and my siblings, then I feel like they can express themselves in terms of what they need from me, and obviously my partner. But maybe a couple of few friends, but otherwise I feel like...
Is there like a threshold, with those people as well?
When it comes to like every week or something, like everybody's just like, that's when I'm just like, my patience level is on the threshold. Like if you keep on asking more than you should be, that's when I'll be like, nah, you know what? Now you're pushing it, my nigga. Yeah, type of thing. Yeah.
And you? Yeah.
I think I would say my mom, definitely my mom.
Yeah.
Like she's entitled to everything about me, I should say. But then to my future partner, she's entitled to my love, care, my attention and everything, like, Chris, why did you call me? Why did you text? She's really entitled to that, because we shared something,
Yeah.
And then when it comes to as well finances, if we're both working and stuff, then we're like, she's also entitled to like, Chris, how you're using your money and everything, because she's my partner, she's my better half,
When do you have boundaries though? Like, let's say if it's your partner or your mom, do you have any boundaries?
Yes, it depends on how the person states something. If she says, Chris, send me this because you must. If the person says you must, then I'm like,
that's the point I was trying to get to. It's like, because I must. Like, it's not because I must. Is that right? Is that correct English?
So it's not because I should.
Thank you. It's not because I should. It's because I want to.
Exactly.
And that's the difference that people...
Yeah, but how do you... So we've been talking about, all of this entitlement stuff. So how do you deal with it, or how do you set a boundary? I mean, if you feel this person is being this way too much, how do you set that boundary and like cut it off and like shut them up? No. Yeah. So how do you cut it off?
Well, if it's with mom, I know it will never happen. But if it's with mom, of course, I'll be like, mom, must, I'll try to put question marks, But if it's someone else and they're like, Chris, you must or you should, I'll ask them, who do you think you are to say I should? Why should I? What must I? Why the must?
Yeah, I know. I totally understand it, because honestly, I feel the same way as well. Yeah, because also why I feel that way is, with family members, it's easier to have a conversation and you just talk freely. Like you guys, I mean, you guys have that sort of rapport where if my mom is asking me something, I'm like, come on, man, just wait, Yeah, but the problem is my mom, she's never asked me because she needs it. Yeah. She's just so excited when I do stuff for her. So then she's like, hey, you haven't, done anything for me for a while. Yeah, I was like, mom, come on, don't worry, I'm getting there soon. And then she just chill, and then, and then we get to the point in time when I try to do something as well. So for her, it's like we're just having a conversation like we're bodies, right? Yeah. And, and then, there's no expectation. There's just, doing it for, because you should, right? And I should, of course. And then when it comes to some other people, honestly, I just, I can't just really test you. Just all I can say is, bro, sorry, man, there's a lot is going on right now, and there's nothing, and I just close it that way, easy peasy, because for me, I don't have time to be arguing with you over what I need to give
or
you,
explaining, or
from
giving
me,
me
or giving you explanation. So I just say, hey, you cannot right now. If you're taking it, you're taking it. If you're not, well, if you're pissed at me, good for me, actually. Yeah.
It's like chow cow.
Yeah. So when it comes to in terms of relationship as well, to be honest, I also agree with you. There's marginally anything you would say your partner is entitled to, because you guys, agree to be partners and together. And then they're entitled to almost everything. So that's why, talking about it, giving explanation isn't such a big deal. And then there's, maybe there are boundaries, but I don't know. Maybe they, boundaries, when I need to hang out with the boys, for example, I don't have to give you every single detail as far as we're not doing something obviously wrong.
Yeah.
I don't need to give details. So for me, I don't feel, if you pressure me too much on what we did and every detail, then I think that's just pushing the boundary of entitlement, right? So because for me, if I'm hanging out with my friends, honestly, sometimes I don't even know what we're going to do or what we're doing. We're just chilling, having drinks, paying somewhere, partying, and then, just go. As far as, of course, there's no cheating, there's no drugs, there's nothing crazy on it, just the boys, having the drinks and bantering and having fun. And just visiting different bars or different places. So if you start asking me for those details, I'm like, why are you entitled to know all of these details? Or, why are you entitled to know every single detail of my boy's life, or what he said, or one thing, did they find anyone, or just sort of conversation, So that's for me a stretch. Yeah, so maybe it's different for the people, but for me, I think that's just why in a relationship,
I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion at the end of the day. You're allowed to feel however you want to feel, but let's just know.
As long as you don't push it onto other people,
just don't push it onto other people.
But then one of the biggest icks for me in Uganda so far is the entitlement from the old people to get respect. They don't show you respect, but they feel entitled to get respect from you.
Really?
Thing as well, They're like, I'm older than
in
you.
Zimbabwe, they're so sweet, the Gogos. They're so sweet.
Yeah, I think it's also a cultural thing in Nigeria as well. You should respect you should respect your elders. And also you provide for your elders as well, like provide for your parents. So because one distinct thing I've seen, or difference I've seen between, like, say, where I'm coming from in Nigeria and in Europe is or in Germany per se, because I've lived here and only visited other places, is people depend more on their retirement pension than, waiting for any family member to take care of them when they are old. Right?
There's retirement pension in Nigeria.
Yes, there is. But
Must be nice.
No. I mean, in Germany, people depend on that. Yeah, in Germany, people depend on that.
I was like,
no. People depend on that here, and in Nigeria, it's the other way around, because when parents, when they're bringing you up, their hope and their prayers is you're able to take care of them.
Yeah.
When they're old and retired, not and frail. But we have pension in Nigeria as well. Yeah. But it's government pension that sometimes you don't get paid for 3 months.
And you even get it in Zimbabwe. I don't even think they have pension.
Oh no, there's definitely.
Wait, I think pension. They do, but it's probably like $50 or something.
Oh, no. I know a lot of people who depend on government pension.
One thing for sure is I did not want to retire in my homeland. No, I lie. No, okay, no, this is a topic for another day. In fact,
No, you brought it up already. Say it. Now I want to hear.
No, I just heard about it.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, we're shifting. Well, hey, come on, it's part of the conversation, right?
We gotta wrap it up. We'll talk about it next time. Anyways, Lorenzo, thanks for always being a good host. Big up.
Yeah, big up.
Chris, my G.
Chris,
thank you so much. I can't reach because I'm short today.
He's just gonna come forward.
Thank you so much. Your fingers are cold, but anyways.
Oh, sorry. Are you cold?
Yeah, I think you should have a tea.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Guys, it was so awesome. This was actually a very interesting topic. It was short. Unfortunately, we cannot go. Otherwise, we're gonna go on and on and on and on and on.
We'll just keep on talking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Chris, would love to have you on another episode. If you feel like you have something else that you'd like to talk about, please feel free to contact anyone else. Also on Instagram, IG, anyone you can talk and message us.
Yeah.
And tell us that you want to be on the episode. What do you want to say?
I'm just saying, if you remember more stories on some entitled weird stuff that happened.
Just tell us. Oh, that was so cool.
Just put it in the comment section, basically. Sorry, good.
Yeah, guys. So just to wrap this up, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you have more ideas, if you have more topics that you'd like to talk about, feel free to message us, and please follow our friend Chris. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, please follow him. And yeah, thank you so much. So from my team to yours,
Peace.
peace out.